Europe, what comes to mind? Do you know what it is for me? Well, I'll tell you why it's this. I'll tell you what it is. Amazing vistas, rolling hills and mountains. Because all my family holidays used to be spent driving. This is when I was a little lad. We would drive from the UK. We'd get the boat from Dover to Calais, and then we would drive to see my family, my family as well, in Switzerland. And let me tell you, the drive from Calais to Switzerland is one hell of a drive, and you drive through a lot of mountains. So when you say I probably see mountains. Some of them snow-capped, some of them not so snow-capped, like the Gotthard. What the hell is he talking about? It's a mountain in Switzerland. Mountains. So what happens? Let's try this with Jason. Jason in Grays, if I say the word to Europe, if I say the word Europe to you, what comes to mind? Good morning.
Good morning. What comes to mind? Peace, prosperity, freedom, all the good things that the European Union has brought to us. If you say you love Europe, I mean, think back, not that long ago, millions of people were murdered by Nazi Germany.
They were.
Europe was at war with each other. That's Europe. The European Union brought peace. It helped bring peace to Northern Ireland. It put hundreds of millions of euros into the north-south divide in Ireland, helped bring peace there, helped build cross-border communities. It brings us freedom to travel freely without friction, freedom to trade across, and it allows us to talk to each other better rather than fighting and pointing rifles at each other.
Right.
And the European Union, we still love the European Union.
No, that is where I sense you and I part, because you still love the European Union.
I do, absolutely. Absolutely, I do. And that's why this banner is such a good thing. How can love be a negative thing?
No, love is not a negative thing. I don't know if it speaks the message, and it doesn't matter, but I don't know if it speaks the whole message for the country, though, that we still love the EU, we still love Europe. In fact, I've never been out of love with Europe, but I don't know that I necessarily love the European Union, and clearly the United Kingdom does not.
I love the things that the European Union has brought to millions of Brits, millions of Europeans. The fact that we have so many Europeans living here in the United Kingdom, living next to us, loving our families, our friends, and then Brits abroad, living and working in Spain, and the peace and the ease of life that the European Union has brought to people, like the people of Gibraltar.
Are you saying, lastly, you're saying that had it not been for the EU, the continent would have been at war again?
Who knows?
I'm telling you it wouldn't.
That's a question that nobody would know the answer.
But I can't see any pointers that it would. I mean, when have the EU prevented European countries warring with each other?
Well, we can take the Balkans as an example. There was significant problems down there. NATO dropped bombs on them for 10 years, and it's the European Union that were at the heart of bringing that together.
Well, I would argue,
and now we've got a number of Balkan countries now members of the European Union. They will never go to war again as long as they're trading and talking with each other.
Well, I would argue it's probably more the NATO and the UN than it was the EU, Jason, but thank you on that. Lastly, why were they so unable to confront the migrant crisis, the European Union?
Because that's a very, very complex and difficult problem.
And war isn't.
The refugee crisis happened because of war.
Right, but the European Union couldn't even convene a meeting for some years. I mean, again, the continent we love. That's why so many folk want to come here. The European Union, not so sure. Jason, thank you. Willing